Hey guys, I'm here. We are back for episode 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. The first 2 episodes dropped over the weekend thanks to Star Wars Celebration. If you haven't seen my reactions to the first 2 episodes, go check them out. They're on the channel as we speak. Before we jump into this, I just want to say that I enjoyed the first 2 episodes quite a bit. I like the way we kind of reestablished our connection with Obi-Wan, where he is right now, what he's been doing, and kind of his own internal struggle that he's kind of been processing after the fall of the Jedi Order and the loss of the Republic to the Empire and all of that. They did a really good job of getting you in his mind space, especially with the repetition of seeing his routine, and then what exactly gets the ball rolling for him to kind of get back into gear. We got introduced to Reva, as well as reintroduced, for anybody that's watched Rebels, to a couple of the Inquisitors. And we got our newcomer Reva, who I think is pretty apparent was one of the younglings at the temple, or at least, at the very least, this is something I posited myself, maybe related to the youngling we saw at the beginning. I'm pretty confident that's her. Otherwise, I got a lot of questions on how she knows Anakin, but I'm sure we'll fill that in. I'm really intrigued by her character. I think Moses is doing a good job. She's a villain. I think she's doing a great job, especially making a lot of people dislike her. Now, I will say, and I do want to get this out of the way, given everything that's happened over the weekend, and especially yesterday, yeah, man, critique the writing, critique the character, critique the show, all you like, but if you're sending DMs to an actor and saying some disgusting ass shit, eject yourself kindly right the fuck out of here. Go fuck yourself. That's it. That's all I gotta say, man. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into this, and yeah, man, let's see where this story goes, especially after that ending we got at the end of last episode with Vader seemingly waking up as his voice is called out by his old master. Wonder if that was some kind of force connection there. Maybe he felt it, felt Obi-Wan, that spark reignited. The guilt, his emotions betrayed him, as Reva even called out as they were coming through there. And I know a lot of people kind of thought that they're like freaking out that, you know, the Grand Inquisitor's dead or whatever. It's like, and it's clearly people haven't watched Rebels. People are afraid they're going to retcon Rebels. I don't know, but the trailer clearly shows him multiple scenes that have yet to happen in the show. Grand Inquisitor's fine. Look at Fennec. Look at you know, Timothy Oliphant. Plenty of people, Maul even, has a completely cybernetic bottom half, let alone Vader, the tease at the end of the episode. But guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into this, so if you're part of the 66% of people that watch the channel, you're not yet subscribed, or maybe you're tuning in for the very first time here today, if you enjoy this reaction, I really hope you stick around. Maybe hit that subscribe button, maybe even leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see the full-length unedited reaction to this, you can check it out in watch-along format over on our Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access to that as well. You also get the same thing for all the other shows we cover here, as well as a bunch of exclusive movie reactions where you guys get to help choose what we add to that list every month. This past month, Tick Tick Boom was the one that won out and is being uploaded here. It's just one of the ways you can help support us, help us expand, help us grow. But of course, I know how we can do that. And a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, because it really goes a long way with helping YouTube promote these videos. But guys, that all said and down the way, let's hop into episode 3.
Are you there, Master?
He's alive, Obi-Wan.
Oh,
Obi-Wan.
dude.
Don't make me kill you. I do not fear the dark side.
Oh, dude.
Help me, Master Qui-Gon.
Anakin Skywalker is alive. He's been looking for you for a long time.
Dude, this is badass.
He's coming, Master.
Yes, man. Dude. Fuck. Yeah, let's go.
Where is he?
He will pay for the Grand
Inquisitor.
The Grand Inquisitor means nothing. Kenobi is all that matters now. Is that understood? Prove yourself, and the position of Grand Inquisitor is yours. Fail me, and you will not live to regret it.
Dude.
The Force. What does it feel like?
Have you ever been afraid of the dark? How does it feel when you turn on the light?
I feel safe.
Yes, it feels like that.
Lola!
Oh. OB.
You fixed her. What is this place?
Mapuzo. It's a mining system.
Yep.
Say the meeting point is further north.
Man, I love when they deep cut this shit from just random places out in the Star Wars universe. Oh, whoa. Dude.
Ben?
Oh. That's trippy, man.
He's in one of the mining systems. We should send out all remaining probes now.
You are not in charge here.
Ooh.
That seat is mine. I am the next in line.
They're really playing it off like he is dead, though.
I just spoke with Lord Vader. He asked me to lead the hunt. Unless you feel I should follow your orders instead.
I will get what I deserve. Third sister. And so will you.
Ruffling so many feathers.
Now remember, if anyone asks, we're farmers from Tor. You're my daughter and you don't talk.
I can't talk or I don't like to talk.
You don't talk.
I love Leia in this, man.
What are you doing?
Oh, no, no. No, no, no.
They can give us a ride to the spaceport.
But it's not safe.
Hi, I'm Luma. This is my friend, my father. This is my father, Orden. We're farmers from Tal. Aren't you going to say hello?
Hello.
I like how he just let her take over completely.
That's a weird story.
We
Is that Seth Rogen?
looking for the nearest port. We need to get home.
Well, I'm going that way. Jump in.
Sounds like him.
Transport late again? As usual. Well, hop in. Meet my new... Where are you all coming from?
They're moving us around. Looking for a Jedi.
I hope we're not in any danger.
Oh, no, we'll find them. We always do.
Keep it cool. Keep it casual. You'll be fine.
Farmer from Tall.
What are you doing out here?
That's a long story.
It's a long way.
He brought me here to see the place where he met my mother. Or she.
She's not with us anymore.
What about you? Do you have any information about a Jedi?
I would know one if I saw
Are
one.
you sure he's even on this planet?
They know what they're doing, Leia.
Oh!
You called her Leia.
That was her mother's name. Like I said, it's not been easy. Sometimes when I look at Luma, I see her mother's face. We all miss her very much.
Just keep your eyes open. Report it if you see anything.
Of course.
Or
This is us. Thanks, Breck.
That worked out very good. They played that off. They were a little rocky, but they stumbled and they caught themselves and kept on a trucking.
you knew her. My real mother, didn't you?
It was just a story.
The whole time I've known you, you've been hiding something. Are you my real father?
Oh.
I wish I could say I was. But no, I'm not.
Sometimes I try to imagine what he was like.
I know that feeling. As Jedi were taken from our families when we were very young. I still have glimpses. My mother's shawl, my father's hands. I remember a baby.
A baby?
Yes, I think I had a brother.
Brack? Brack? Can we we get off here?
Oh, it's a standard inspection. Don't worry, won't take long.
Who are they?
A couple of strays I found. Thought you might want to check them out.
All right. Thanks, Frick.
Good job, man. God damn it. I am kind of surprised that the batch they picked up didn't recognize them at all, but they are aware they're looking for a Jedi, but they have an image of Obi-Wan, but maybe they hadn't seen it. Maybe because they haven't been into the outpost at all yet.
Step out of the vehicle. Initiate Protocol 23.
Oh, great. Here we go.
Raise your head.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be like, it's him. Dude. Oh!
Putting it down. Just let it go. Come on.
Obi. Oh, god damn, dude. That's one thing I'll say, like, between this and the last episode, like, just the martial prowess that we get to see Obi-Wan shit. Fuck. Show off has been so much fun, man. Oh, hey, I forgot she was in this.
Come on.
Dude.
We have to hurry. I'll take you the rest of the way.
Jedi sympathizer? God damn, man.
I'll inform Lord Vader.
He's already been informed.
You want to take the credit, you go right ahead. But we both know who'll be standing by his side when this is over.
I like the competition building it here.
And shut down every single port.
You know, she kind of looks familiar once we got like a good like up close of her speaking.
You're not the first Jedi to come through here. It all leads to Jabim. From there, we give them new identities and get them out.
Dude.
Quinlan was here.
Yeah, he helps now and again.
Yes.
Ben? What is it?
Oh no. I was like, something's going on. Are they slaughtering people in the village? But no. So soon. Oh, he is gonna lure him out. Oh! He just killed that kid just like that.
We have to go now.
Dude.
Get it all wrong. Promise me. Promise me. I'll lead him away.
Oh my lord. God, this is like horrifying, man. I love it. Dude. Yo.
You cannot run.
Round one.
I am what you made me.
And it seems like Vader's really enjoying the chase at this point, or at least savoring it. He's like Michael Myers on the hunt. Oh!
The years have made you weak.
I love how Vader's literally just using one hand, just showing just how strong he is now.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
It's like trying to run from Jason Voorhees, man. It just ain't happening. Ooh.
Now you will suffer.
Oh! Oh my god.
Your pain has just begun. Bring him to me.
I think he's mildly conflicted.
Ready the transport. We have to get him to Jabin.
You're going to be okay.
Oh man, the cinders on his flesh.
Are you the one I'm supposed to meet?
Unfortunately, they couldn't make it.
How did she get here? Great. Damn. Oh man, I love the whole aspect of them on the run. And the way they like kind of parsed it all out with them on the transports, they're hitching the ride. The only like two bits in this I had a little bit of a struggle with what was going on was the fact that that first batch of stormtroopers that they picked up knew that they were being like pulled in to hunt a Jedi. Now, you know, I can factor in that if they were out in the yards, if they were out in the fields and stuff like that, and they probably haven't seen the face of the Jedi that they were looking for. Maybe equally so for the ones guarding the impasse there when the checkpoint when they were checking, they stopped and checked the truck itself. Maybe, because I don't know. Do they want it? I mean, I know Reva wants it because she put it out there. Obi-Wan's name, face, everything when they put out the bounties. So they have his image. So I don't know if they would have broadcast that across the Empire if they want people tracking in now that they've kind of found their prey. Or maybe they, like I just said, maybe they had not actually been into base or anything like that to where they could have been like briefed on who the Jedi is, what he looks like, and what to keep out for. It was just a little bit of like some mental gymnastics that I kind of had to fill in for myself in the moment because I was like, shouldn't they recognize him? These people have a picture. But I still enjoyed the scenes for what they were. I thought they were fun. I thought they were interactive, especially like the little moments between Ewan and I don't know this the kid's name, Vivian. I forget her last name. But the scenes between them, especially as they kind of stumble through their story and flub up their lines here and there, like when Obi-Wan calls her Leia by mistake, and then he self-corrects that whole thing, like their cover story and all that. I really like that. And I want to see, was that Seth Rogen? Oh, well, I guess that was Zach Braff, because this was order of appearance, and he came just before Indira. Yep, all right, never mind. I mean, it really sounded like Seth Rogen to me, but I guess it was Zach Braff. All right, still cool. Still a cool little nod. Okay, that's why the fourth sister looks familiar. She's the same actress that plays Ali Alston in season 2 of Superman and Lois, which we're also reacting to on this channel, if you're not aware. But I gotta say, the opening of this episode is with Obi-Wan trying to connect with Qui-Gon, and that intercut with Vader being prepped and suited up was wild. I really loved the imagery in this episode, particularly, especially on Mustafar with his castle, his throne, the Inquisitor hub, as they were going on and they were talking to them. They're definitely like playing this off like the Grand Inquisitor is actually dead. I don't believe it. It's possible they faked imagery, but I just don't think that with Dave Filoni's position in the creative force as the creative head of everything, would let a huge retcon like that pass. I think it's all a ploy and a play to kind of see what happens and how this plays out with the Grand Inquisitor removed for the moment. I think Vader has him alive. I think Vader knows what he's doing. And I think Vader might be manipulating Reva because he's not stupid. He's not gonna be the one get played in this whole thing. But yeah, I like the infighting because like with the Grand Inquisitor removed and that position being open, you've got her and Fifth Brother really butting heads over this thing, which is a fun interplay. Now, the whole sequence in the town, not to mention before we get there, just the violence in general in this. Again, I mentioned this last episode because we saw like the spice, the drug trade, how it's processed, and all that stuff. And I was like, why wasn't Boba Fett able to dive into some of this stuff, considering that was the criminal underworld-ish in that show where we're coming from that angle, but it was very much like, and I don't want to keep harping on it because like I said, I did enjoy Boba Fett, but like I do think it needed to push the lines a little bit, especially we're following a character whose morality was the most questionable. We're following Obi-Wan. We're following a Jedi right now, and this has already been vastly more dark and mature than what we've seen in, heck, oh no, I wouldn't even say The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian's handled it pretty well, keeping a balance. But I think this is, I mean, we saw that stormtrooper just completely severed in half by that gate. We saw Vader dragging civilians through the town, choking the one father up, and then the son coming out screaming for his dad as Vader just snaps his neck. Like we see him just dead, dragging other people through the streets and stuff like that, just using them to try to goad out Obi-Wan. And that whole sequence of him, like, he feels him in these places and he's just trying to draw him out. And the way Obi-Wan, he definitely has, like, some anxiety behind this. Like, you can see it in his performance. The moment he senses Anakin, the way that, like, they played that when the tunnel opened up as they were about to get smuggled out. Nice little nugget, though, with the mention of Quinlan, because he is still out there during this time, and I would love if we would see him, but I wouldn't. I mean, I'm just glad that they acknowledged it, because Quinlan's also one of my favorite Jedi as well. Just knowing he's out there and about, and that there was some little minor recognition in here. But when they opened up that tunnel and Obi-Wan looked into it, and he had that like little like panic attack kind of thing going on, I was like, is something about the tunnels reminding him of Anakin? No! Anakin's here! And I was like, oh my lord, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect that to happen so soon. And then he just hunted him, and Obi-Wan just ran. He was just like, he didn't want to fight. He's not ready. He's rusty. He doesn't want to believe it. He's racked with guilt, anxiety, probably an atrocious amount of PTSD from the whole debacle and everything that's been just stewing in his head for the last 10 years about what he had believed of the whole situation, and still trying to process the revelation that came at the end of last episode, just the fact that Anakin just at all is still alive. And the way they handled it, man, it was like this was like a slasher movie for a hot minute, with him just kind of like popping in and out of the darkness, slowly following him, not really going in stride or anything, just letting Obi-Wan flee, and every turn Vader was there and ready for him. And just the light, the way they can work the lighting in with these lightsaber battles now, with the way they film these with the live action lightsabers that are illuminated now, I love the vibe to that. It gives these things such a really clean, beautiful look. And yeah, man, we got a little scuffle here, and it's very clear Vader's toying with him to me. He's definitely making a show of this battle, so calling him out, ragging him down. It's like, you're weak, and like, or time has made you weak, is I think what he said. And then he was only using one arm the entire time and just overpowering him. And Obi-Wan, like we've seen, he probably hasn't turned on his lightsaber in these 10 years. He's rusty. He's just like he was with the Force last episode, trying to call out to it to catch Leia. It took him a hot minute to really focus in on that connection. And I mean, I have to imagine that's got to be difficult when you, for 10 years, have to go without using it at all in fear of being sensed and detected by people hunting you. Because he's got this important mission of protecting these kids. Luke specifically, in his case, that any detection threatens his entire existence. So, you know, seeing him like, I expected that we would have 2 fights, because it was, I think, implied that we were going to have multiple fights throughout the season. And I think my speculation was that they were going to bounce into one another at least once, and Obi-Wan was probably going to get his ass kicked. And then the second time, I think he'll shake off that rust, and it'll be more along the lines of what we know from Obi-Wan in his prime. Because we still have to come back around to that line of, you know, like multiple lines. I know a lot of people are like freaking out about this breaking canon, but if you really kind of think about the intent behind a lot of the lines and a lot of the lines themselves, nothing as of yet breaks canon. As far as we are concerned with what's going on right now, I'd say the only thing right now, and that's just if it goes the way I don't expect it to, the Grand Inquisitor's death in this, which still, I think that's a huge red herring to kind of test the Inquisitors underneath them in some way. That said, Vader capturing him and then dragging his ass through those flames to kind of give him a taste of what he went through on Mustafar was fitting, brutal even. And like, I think he just intended to bring him in. He wasn't going to, I don't think he was going to kill him. I think he was going to torture his ass until he couldn't take it anymore, and then probably go down that road. But then once the chase was on again, you know, there was a reason we kind of lingered on it, on Vader, while he was contemplating the fire for a minute. I think there's some conflict still there with just being put face to face with him. There's the anger of it all, but I think there's something holding him back. Could be just the thrill of the hunt. He was like, that's fine, we'll find him. Like, he's confident. He's out in the wind now. They have his scent. They have his trail. He's exposed. He's, I think he's probably pretty confident he can catch him again. But on top of that, it was just beautiful imagery, just seeing him Sephirothing in the flames. I don't know. We'll see. And then Reva found the end of those tunnels and cut off Leia's escape and is in pursuit. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, man. This was wild. I'm very curious about how this is all going to play out, and I'm loving seeing Hayden in the suit. And you can see it in his performance, some of the way, like, it kind of calls back to some of his movements in the past and his mannerisms a little bit, on top of the James Earl Jones voiceover, and just combining those two elements was a lot of fun, especially just seeing, like, how integrated his suit is when they put it up in the beginning. It was like an Iron Man suit up, except the horror version of it. Yeah, man, I really did like this episode. Like I said, I had a few minor hiccups in like the storytelling in this one, but you know, it's fine. I could probably headcanon it away in a couple of different ways. I do feel like I shouldn't have to do that, but that said, I mean, I really enjoyed the episode. I really did. I really like the vibe of it and like the way they parsed out, and also I forgot to touch on it in the beginning. I like when he described what the Force feels like to Leia. That was a nice little moment too. It's like, you know, when the lights are out and you're scared in the dark and you turn on the light, that refreshing feeling, that's what the Force feels like. Tapping it into this warmth, this safety. I I like that. That was a beautiful way of describing the Force. I really appreciated that. And then him getting those haunting visions of Anakin just kind of haunting him, like in the distance. That should have been like a precursor. He was like, I'm coming for you, man. Maybe that's what that was. He just didn't know how to read that as. Oh, man. I'm really excited to see what they do with this, especially knowing that Vader's active and out in the world, man. He's just running out there. I thought he might just be like... I knew they were going to fight. They teased that they were going to fight, but I didn't expect it this soon, and I kind of expected him for a little while, just kind of like them to really hold off on showing him until the big showdowns came around. But no, man, they committed. Hayden's in this, man. But that's all I got for this one, guys. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join us in our Discord. We could talk about it there as well. Links to that and all my socials in the description box below. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, remember it's on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Koriscom, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Melita, and Robert Aguiano. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's it for this one, guys, and I'll see you all next week with the next episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi. May the Force be with you always. Take care, everybody.